Hey everybody, Tuesday with Tanya. Tanya here. I have Steve Reid with me. We're at Steel Curtain Boxing and Fitness over on 905 Warwick Ave in Warwick. So thank you, Steve. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You're welcome. I know we have a lot of mutual friends too, so I'm surprised we didn't make it. I'm surprised we didn't, be in contact sooner. I should say, mutual friends on Facebook and just in general. So so thanks. Nice place here and stuff. And
appreciate it.
So no problem. So tell us about this or about boxing or how
Steel Curtain Boxing was derived from the 1970s Pittsburgh Steelers Steel Curtain. I didn't have many role models back in the 70s, and the Steelers were it. And here's what I came about with the Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a whole lot of. I was running Gary Boletto's gym before this. So really good friend of mine. But we do good work here. We, I have kind of a backstory. In 2009, I was living under a bridge on 95, under the underpass, homeless, and it came from there. I decided that I didn't belong in the homeless community. So I went back to school and I started working in substance abuse, mental health, and it bloomed from there. The overdoses really did a job on me. Lost a lot of friends, lost a lot of patients, and that was the. So I decided, what can I do in life, and I figure I can get to work with the younger community and send them a better direction than where they're heading with substance abuse, mental health. Because so many times I had somebody come in my office and shoot me the same malarkey. Yeah. Did I just use the word malarkey? I did.
No, sir. That's okay. That's okay.
And,
that's okay. That's okay.
So it's here we do some pretty good work. I have a great community of kids in here. I have some fighters. I have Landon Gerard, who's going to be fighting soon. The guy here hitting in the bag is Brandon Kingsford. Ryan Garvey is fighting in the Thewin in 2 weeks. So we got a pretty good. We're still young. We're still young as far as USA boxing goes.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, and we're still finding our click.
When did you start?
I've been here 4 years.
Oh, so it is new. I guess I didn't realize you were that new. Okay.
Yeah, still fairly new.
But you said about the Boletto guy. You were involved in that.
I was running with. Well, I've been fighting since I was 13 years old.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah,
so the history is there.
I started in South Providence on Prairie Avenue.
Wow.
With Robert Johnston, Beanie, as we know him, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Wow.
So I can still have a conversation with people, which that's pretty. I didn't catch too many punches.
Right. So basically, you mentioned about overdosing. So about having an overdose. So you had more than one overdose.
Well,
not to be nosy,
my clients, I have a wall. In the back, and it's of all the people who have overdosed and died.
Okay.
You could probably see it from here, and I tell the kids that they come in and they all they do is smoke weed. And I grab them by the neck and I bring them over to that wall and I said, you know what? They smoked weed at one time too. And I do believe it's the drug that gets them going. But unfortunately, it's going to happen. I can only do my small part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we have some good people come in here. I have Chris DiStefano. Chris DiStefano, the comedian, came in here one time. I actually do comedy myself.
I forgot about that. Yeah. That's why I think I did meet you. Why? You're right. I think it was why I can't remember. It's been that long.
Yeah.
We may have crossed paths through comedy way back when.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I mean, to interrupt. You said he came in here on the comedian.
That's all right.
Because they're different signed pictures.
Yeah, we have Kristen Steffen over there. We have Colleen Galvin.
Oh, yeah.
John Parada has yet to make it up there because he doesn't want me to sign it. Stacey Pendro. We got some good people up there. James Woods, met him one morning. But yeah, it's we got a good thing going on over there.
Yeah.
You know, for more information, I have an app. You can download the Steel Curtain Bossing app for hours and prices, and you know, don't be afraid to call me.
Right.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds.
But we
good.
also started a nonprofit, In the Ring Boxing Foundation. And it's going to help a lot of the kids in the neighborhood, I hope, down the road. If you're looking to donate to that, you know, we're always taking donations for that. We're actually rebuilding the board. So, building up a board, if you're interested in a nonprofit and being part of our board, please reach out. You know, we can always use direction.
Right. No, sounds good. So, you actually homeless? Not to ask questions, but due to having an addiction?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't want to make the
It
assumption.
was addiction and a 12-year toxic relationship.
So both?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
So
like,
was
it was...
a relationship with a female in the past,
Yeah.
and that was toxic, but then you also had a drug addiction?
Oh, God, yeah.
But to the point where you turned to be homeless because of it?
Right. I actually remember going down Greenville Avenue in Johnston with my big suitcase because I just didn't want to be part of that relationship anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually living under a bridge.
I was, because...
That's just scary. That's
well,
crazy.
you know what? I can tell you what, Crossroads is even scarier.
Yeah?
I was a fighter
Right.
more than most of my life, and to be in Crossroads, or even the Overflow in Cranston.
The Armory?
Nope, it's on the prison grounds.
Oh, over there.
No,
yeah,
that the Armory
yes,
came
yeah,
after.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That
the
is new.
Armory
I'm
came
sorry.
after.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
so to be in those places is worse than being in prison, which unfortunately I did a little time. You know, nothing to.
Yeah.
But I can tell you it was quite the experience where I'll never go back to.
It's worse than prison to be in one of the homeless shelters.
Oh, of course.
Because
there's no protection.
there's a variety.
There's no protection. The drug trade is booming.
Right.
It's just amazing what resources we have in Rhode Island, and nothing's being done about this.
Right. I never thought of that in that way. That is true. You're right. There is no prison guards there or nothing. So
There's nothing.
are there fights that break out?
Well, that's what happened. That's what I was sitting there one day, and I was half in the bag, and this kid's banging on a table,
Yeah.
and I didn't know they were supposed to play cards at 1 o'clock. And I looked at the kid and I said, "This isn't going to turn out the way you think it's going to turn out."
Yeah.
And I put my head back on the table, and I said, "You know what? I'm going to die down here." And it really came, and I was like, "You know what?" I said, "This isn't going to be the way I'm going to go out." And I actually tried to take my own life that day.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a prescription of trazodone sleeping pills, and I actually took 67 of them.
67 pills.
67 sleeping pills, and they, you know, the doctor even said, he goes, "Mr. Reid, I have absolutely no scientific reason why you're here in front of me today."
Yeah.
So here I am. If this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so be it.
That's scary though. It's all scary. Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
But you feel like you learned from it, and you feel like you're able
Yes,
to.
yes. I did a lot of work,
after that,
trauma-based. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on therapy. I had the demons from when I was growing up, and you know, it makes
Hey, Mike.
it makes a difference.
Right.
So.
Right. Right. So from there, so like you said, you invite even like some people here from the community. So are these like you're saying some teenagers? You just basically keep
We
them off
do.
the streets.
We have kids. We have kids ranging from. Actually, I have an 8-year-old girl now that comes in here.
So-
She's probably got more heart than most of my boys, and I hate to say that. But she's a little animal.
But she's stronger than some of the guys.
Strong. She's her heart. She has to prove herself, and she's 8 years old.
Yeah.
And, you know, one day she sparred, and her lip was bleeding, and I pulled her out, and she was pissed off crying. That I pulled her out, and I was like, "Oh my God, why is?" I thought she was crying because her lip was bleeding, and she basically, her dad came up and asked me if I put her back in there, and she actually fought for 2 more rounds. And the kid she was actually fighting was 2 inches higher and 10 pounds heavier, and that's the stuff that we look for in the boxing gym.
Wow.
But yeah, she's a pistol. But we have, and if there's kids in here that, can't afford, trust me, I grew up poor.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make kids, pay for something that they don't have. My gym was $5 a week, I believe. I think it was.
Yeah.
And so that's, I'm not gonna let them suffer.
Yeah.
This is, even during COVID, and I hate to say this, the front doors were locked. We were going through the back door, and it was for, the kids,
I know.
just their mentality, the mental stability of them being in here. So it worked out good. I didn't have one case of COVID in here during the outbreak of it. So
that was nice. That was probably a way to get people to
we
stay
did.
moving.
We actually had the health department knocking on the front door.
Yeah.
I had 14 kids inside.
But it probably was supposed to be 5.
The guy would
Just circle of 5.
The guy would
circle
have shut
2.
me down. But I walked out. I said, "Listen," I said, "I'm closed." And
Then you got like 14 people back there.
but the kids, it was something the kids needed during that.
No, I know. It was
Everything
such a
worked out
crazy-
the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, which was good. Yeah, sounds nice. So you got like a lot of local teenagers that come in too.
We do.
What do they-
I
what do
have
they-
my pop-ins. We got a kid popping in over there. It's like, "Hey, can I work out?" And that's what we do here.
Right. But that's what I mean. So they can work out just to work out or do boxing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Hi, Tony, by the way. Hello.
Yeah. So we're
no, it's
doing
good.
what we can.
Yeah, good. Sounds good. So anything else you wanted to mention about the place? Or like, so are you a former fighter yourself? Or
I
how
was a
it?
former fighter. I won the 1992 Golden Gloves in Lowell, Massachusetts. Unfortunately, my addiction took over after that, and I actually had I had neck surgery, and I had a titanium plate in my neck, and they told me I'd never fight again.
Oh wow.
A week after the surgery, I went down and I turned pro. A month after the surgery, I went and I sparred with this kid, Bobby Wiggins, up in Connecticut, and just to test it out.
Yeah.
And, it was on, unfortunately, that gave me a horrendous opiate addiction.
Yeah.
And my pro career didn't turn out the way I would have liked.
But why did it give you the addiction? Because
Well,
because of the injury?
they were, because of the injury,
Oh.
they were feeding me opiates left and
Right.
right. So
prescriptions.
prescription,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's why sometimes don't you feel though, not to interrupt, but those prescriptions almost sometimes just as
Oh,
bad as speed drugs.
That's why.
I hate to say, am I right though?
No, you are right. That's what caused most of the opioid addiction, because the
Right.
doctors were either unaware or they were getting kickbacks from the drug companies.
Yeah, it's just like
So,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because those are pretty, strong too to be taking prescription meds that what do they call narcotics or what? I mean,
Vicodin,
yeah, like I mean those
Percocet,
those are pretty.
I had them all.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then that can lead to I know I've heard those stories.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I know it's crazy. Yeah.
that was the but again, we just want to set out to do work here with the kids.
Right.
I do have a certain couple of fighters in here. We're going to wish them luck in the next couple of weeks. We are part of We're USA Boxing Gym.
Yeah.
This is what we do here. You know, I can only put out there what I was taught.
No, it sounds good. It all sounds good. It sounds nice. It
All
sounds fair. So yeah, just one last time how they can. So guys, those of you just tuning in with Steve Reid today, Steel Curtain Unboxing and Fitness. And here you are tagged in the video and tagged with the name of your place. You want to just leave your phone number or anything?
Yep.
It's up to you.
Again, you can look us up, Steel Curtain Boxing app,
Oh, yes.
or you can call me at 401-837-5593. Give you some information. I do have classes in here. We have a great, phenomenal 20 circuit class, 2 minutes each. Bring your will to live when you come. It's pretty amazing. We've grown here, and hope you guys come out and see us.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks. So thank you. Thank you for
you.
your time. Thank you
All
for
right.
everything.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So yes, that was Steve Reid. Those of you just tuning in. Oh, I forgot about Bob. That's behind me. The fake guy behind me. His name is Bob. That was his name. I think that's his name. The fake guy that that people fight. Forget we had him behind us. Thank you, Stephen James. Thank you guys for the likes and everything. And hello to everybody that did tune in and drop a comment. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Stephen James talked about his auto detailing. Don't forget, they come to you, to your office or your home. Very convenient. So definitely check that out, Stephen James. Okay, so yeah, guys, so I'm here on Warwick Ave, 905 Warwick Ave, Steel Curtain Boxing and Fitness. And so if you missed that, just rewind. But I was going to go into some of the things now about the case with the whole shooting thing with the Johnston, Cranston lying there shooting. Just really sad thing. I'm not going to say too much because I didn't follow the story 100%. But I do want to say there is a fundraiser, and I did I'll share it to my page. I did donate, and I also shared it to my page, a fundraiser for, I think his name was Thomas. I hope I'm saying it right. Thomas May. And that's basically the Little League coach that did unfortunately pass away due to the shooting. More than one person was shot. I mean, it's just unreal, and it just happened so close to home. And I know people who live in that area, or people who know people who live in that area. I'm in Cranston quite a bit myself. So it's crazy. I also learned that I have a lot of mutual friends to the person that passed away, meaning the Little League coach. You know, it's just all sad. And I think we're all looking back on, you know, even me that day I was at work, and who's saying, oh, why, there was a shooting, and you're just getting the news of this, and who's calling their family, who's calling their friend, everybody who lives near Simmonsville Ave, like they're all calling each other, trying to find out what happened or make sure that their loved ones are okay. And it was just chaotic, you know, and obviously some loved ones were not okay, but obviously some were, which would be, you know, I'm just making an example. It's just crazy. And it's just a small world. It's a small state. I did also put one of the other videos from John DePietro is on my page as well. It's very far away. It doesn't show the suspect guy, the bad guy, I should call him. It doesn't show him being killed, but you know, it was cut off. But it's very far away. So if you do check it out, basically what I see would be the suspect's car. He's in his car. It appears to be a cop is down on one side, ready to shoot, really. On the other side, there's a cop just standing there, just right there. I mean, I give him a lot of credit. I don't know which cop that was, but he was standing there, just ready to shoot, ready to do whatever it took in the flat, like just clear. You know, I guess I just think, oh God, the suspect could have shot him in the head, or you know, or shot him anywhere. But it is the cops' jobs. It is a scary job. And I just give all those cops credit, all those police officers, whatever you want. I'm sorry to keep calling them cops, but you know, all the police officers, I give a lot of credit that day. It was not an easy day, I'm sure. It disrupted a lot of people, but in the end, it's, you know, his lives were lost. It's just really sad. It's really scary. And just what I have to say is, okay, you know, he does step out of the car holding a gun. You know, obviously the cops have a right to shoot him in that moment, but I'm wondering if that affected the cops afterwards. And drop a comment, you know, if you want to, as always, about anything, or just to say hi, or to agree or disagree. You know, just because you did the right thing by, you know, this guy is a complete danger. He's already shot more than one person. More than one person has died. Another one's injured. You're sending police on a chase. You're finally boxed in, and yet you step out of the car with a gun in your hand. I mean, of course the police officers have a right to shoot him, but just because they did the right thing in that moment doesn't mean it's not sitting with them right now, sitting with them in their mind. And it's sad, but it probably is, you know. And it's a very, I don't know. I mean, I know it was the right thing to do, but it's also, they have to live with that now. They killed someone and they got to probably see him die, and it's just, you know, I don't mean to be talking about negative things, but it is a reality. If you want to donate to the fundraiser, I think it was a nice thing that they put a fundraiser together for it. You know, it's just, I think he just wanted to die in general. I mean, if he was, the suspect guy was originally found at St. Anne Cemetery, what's he doing there? I'm going to assume he maybe was going to kill himself there, but I really don't know. But it was just kind of odd he'd be sitting in a cemetery, so that's why I'm going to suspect he maybe wanted to die, especially considering that he just killed other people anyway. Then by stepping on, then later on by being, you know, having the cops chase him and whatever, and then being boxed in, and then again to just step out of a car using a gun, with a gun out, he maybe just, again, wanted to die, as if to say, I can't turn the gun on myself, I'll have the cops just kind of do it for me, you know? It's just an idea. I mean, who cares? I don't mean who cares at this point. I just feel bad for the families of the people that were impacted by this. It's just really, really sad. You know, and I mean, and it's nothing against even the suspect. I mean, I know his mom died now, but did she see any signs that her son acted like this? I mean, when you're close enough, it's just kind of two chains of thoughts. When you're close enough to someone, don't you know that they had that in them to get violent? Don't you know people's, like, points? Like, okay, I can't get him or her past that point of whatever point they're at. Like, meaning there has to be some kind of a, I don't know how to say it. Like, you should know people's limits. Like, okay, if I keep saying this, I'm really going to get this person very, guy or girl, they're going to get very, very, very aggravated, and they might even hit me. They might even whatever. Don't you know when you get people to that point, that breaking point? So that's one way of looking at it. Like, shouldn't you know? But then the other way of looking at it is people maybe do just kind of snap and do something out of character too. And then you really can't plan for that either. So there's two ways of looking at it. So you just wonder, you know, the mom maybe was against the son. The son's living there in the, this is the suspect now. He's living there in the basement. He's just, you know, he's apparently stalking the underage girl next door, stalking her. And the mother maybe would chime in and say, hey, that's not right. And maybe that's why he shot the mom. I mean, who knows? It's just really sad. It's really scary. I'm assuming there were prior issues between these two neighbors in the past. I don't have that proven. I know it's not my business, but I'm going to make an assumption that there was some friction before. But I don't know. I mean, supposedly he's stalking her. He has, of the young girl, he has things that are connected to, you know, pictures of her. Or, I mean, I don't know. It's not good. But anyways, if anybody has any input about that, about the Johnston and Cranston whole situation, whether it's from the police officer's point of view, whether it's that you're a neighbor yourself, whether you're someone who's related to somebody who's been injured or related to someone who's unfortunately passed on because of all this, and you want to join me, even if you want to wait, I know it's a little, you know, a little too fresh right now, but if you eventually want to join me and talk about anything, about, you know, any of the details, or about how you feel about it, or about what it taught you, or I guess there's a lot of should-haves, could-haves, you know. It's up to you. You're always welcome on here. It's very flexible. Even if you just want to keep it positive and just share memories about that person and what you remember about them. Even if you don't want to get into the bad stuff, you want to talk about good things about that poor 83-year-old woman who passed away, and also about the 44-year-old Little League coach. So you're welcome to share even things on a positive note. And thanks, guys, again for tuning in. I'm going to let you know where I'm going to be next week. It is going to be in Cranston next week. I'm going to let you know shortly where I'm going to be. Thank you all for the likes and the shares and everything. And just in general, any other businesses want a promotion, reach out to me. It can be done through video or not through video. I can give you the details on that. So if you or anyone that you know has a business they want promoted, or anything they want promoted, like a fundraiser or anything, if they're running for political office, or if they're, you know, involved in some kind of an organization that wants a promotion, it can be anything. It could be a nonprofit. So if you want anything promoted, just reach out to me. My phone number is on the page, and also it's at the top of this post. Or if you just have a story, you just have a story you want to share about anything, really. I mean, we heard about Steve Reid's story today with his past, and just in general, you want to share something that you learned from, or something you want to get out there, some kind of message, that's always welcome too. So just definitely reach out. It is flexible, and I think we're good here. I'm just going to let you know where I'm going to be next week. Sorry guys, just double checking here. So next week, if you have thoughts about the Cranston Johnston whole situation, you can drop a comment as well. Next week I will be at McShawn's Pub. So next week is June 6th. So June 6th, next Tuesday, McShawn's Pub. on 1336 Cranston Street in Cranston. So I'll be there next week. McShawn's Pub over on Cranston Street. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Bye bye.